Work smarter than the smarties and tougher than the toughies. Scrooge McDuck. This can mean many different things in many different contexts. For the everyday workforce, this can be about pursuing efficiency rather than pure hours spent while working. But yeah, this video is about Minecraft. So today I'm going to break down my own authentic gameplay and show exactly how I could have played smarter, where I should have played harder, and even let you guess along at home whether I made the right decisions or not. This should get interesting, and I'm sure nothing will go wrong. So let's just jump right into the first scenario. Here I am at a blaze spawner, crafting some items to prepare for the end game of this speedrun. Unfortunately, after seeing the amount of wool and glowstone I have, I realize I won't be able to one-cycle the dragon once I get to the end with my limited explosives. Luckily for me, I spot a bunch of glowstone up on the nether roof above me. Will I A, pick block the nether bricks to be able to stack up diagonally, B, stack straight up with gravel and then horizontally with soul sand, or C, try to diagonally stack up with soul sand? As will be the case and is the case with a lot of scenarios, not every choice is black and white. Sometimes the smarter, slower path is best, sometimes it's the harder, faster path, and sometimes there's even a third option that combines the best of both worlds. Since soul sand slows you down significantly, it can throw off your muscle memory while stacking, making it both slower and more dangerous. So in this case, C is both hard and not smart. Option B is the smartest option, being the least likely scenario where I'll fall to my death. But since I have nearly full health and pearls to clutch if I fall, I think option A's benefits outweigh the safety of B. By going with A, I can trust my muscle memory to quickly bridge up and over to the glowstone, and it will all be done faster since it's easier to stack with normal blocks. Now, which option did I choose? I went with C, and nearly ate. But after a smooth recovery, everything worked out in the end, and I got the glowstone, albeit a little slower than I could have. Our second scenario is actually going to be a two-parter here, and it starts with me tossing up this gold ingot and looting this chest. While I'm still looting it, I unfortunately pick up the gold that I threw and am now vulnerable to the pigs. In this scenario, will I A, open my inventory to toss out either the gilded blackstone or gold ingot, B, immediately run out of the bastion tunnel straight ahead, or C, block off the tunnel so the pigs can't chase me any further? The smartest option here is debatable, but I'd like to bet that distracting the pigs first and then escaping would be the safest option. B is the hardest and fastest escape plan, but since there's a 2-block gap paired with no headspace ahead, it'd be difficult to pull off the jump across under pressure. C is also a decent option since the tunnel is narrow and I have a little bit of space between the piglins and I, but the possibility of misplacing the blocks makes it a bit too risky. So what option did I choose? C again. Luckily, I was able to block them off, but this brings us to part 2 of this clip. To now leave this tunnel, should I A, place blocks to bridge the gap, B, try to jump across as is, or C, break a block above my head to make the jump easier? Option A here is obviously the safest, with B being the hardest and quickest path. Here's what I chose. So far, I'm 0-2. Maybe 3, actually. After lowering my render distance to try and get rid of this gas, I have to cross this gap to the gold blocks. Since the bastion route starts there, this is mandatory. The gas could still be in the equation, and a fireball into the lava could be instant death. In this situation, do I A, do a wall run along the bastion side, B, bridge across, or C, try and do a boat jump extension to clear the gap in one bound? Usually, bridging would be the safest option in a lot of scenarios, but here with the gas behind me, I'd say it actually would be the slowest and most dangerous choice. The hardest option is definitely C, since this is a significant gap and it would probably require some bridging first to clear. Not to mention, if I fail the jump, I'm instantly falling into the lava below. This is where I'd say option A is actually the smartest and fastest choice possible, both protecting me from the gas site and allowing me to sprint jump towards the gold. I can't guarantee that it's the safest, but I think the risk may actually be less than the other two options, since if I fall, I land on the blocks below rather than the lava. So which did I choose? Option A. While not done in the most clean way, I think I ended up making the right decision here, finally. In speedrunning, you want to get 6 blaze rods to ensure you can enter the end. And after killing these 2 blazes, I have 5. In the distance, you'll see 2 stray blazes, and with both of them having a 50% chance to drop a rod, they're likely to drop number 6. But to provide more context, I both haven't built my nether portal and haven't fully pre-crafted yet, meaning I still have some tasks left to do. Should I A, run over and kill those blazes, or B, build my portal and pre-craft now? I don't think either one of these options is harder than the other, meaning this debate boils down to which one is smarter. A common principle in speedrunning is to always overlap, meaning you complete 2 tasks tasks at once, where one of those tasks is typically one you have to wait on. Setting your pie chart to find the fortress during Piglin trades is a great example, but in this scenario, you can overlap everything I mentioned with the blaze spawner cycle. So although you may get the 6th rod earlier if you run over to the strays, you'll still have to build a portal, pre-craft, and clear your inventory after. Not to mention, the strays may not even drop that 6th rod, meaning you waste time running over to them in the first place. I think it's safe to say that option B is the smarter, more consistent play overall. Unfortunately, I went with A. While one of the strays did drop the 6th rod I needed, I had to run back to the crafting table to pre-craft and clear my inventory. This triggered a series of events where a pack of blazes spawned, my fire res ran out, and a wither skeleton chased me back to my portal. All this being an unnecessary time loss from not making the smart decision. Here, I'm traveling to the coords of the nearest stronghold, and after my pearl lands, I see that I'm 30 blocks away. I turn to see that the target coords are somewhere in between me and the other basalt island across the lava. I have enough soul sand to bridge to the coords, and I got soul speed 3 boots from the bastion earlier that would let me bridge faster. But then again, I could just pearl across the gap and bridge backwards, possibly saving me time and blocks. So which option is best? That all depends on my personal mechanical speed. I'm not that great at soul sand bridging, and if I try to push the pace, I'd probably have a high chance of slipping off on the way there. That fact alone makes this option riskier, but potentially faster. Purling across the gap, I think should be classified as the safer option, since it would allow for less bridging and be more consistent overall. I really think it could go either way on this one, but regardless, what option did I choose? Seeing the gap between the islands, I figured it would be better to just purl across and come back slightly to the final coords. After running a quick test on the safe soul speed 3 bridging speed, I could travel the 30 blocks in approximately 11 seconds. And when compared to the actual in-game time of 10 seconds, it looks like this point goes to me, but with an asterisk flagging the fact that I can't bridge that well. In this clip, I'm routing a treasure bastion, and after not seeing a fortress on the way in or around it, I had to go down to the bottom to mine the spawner and collect some more gold blocks. Also down there is a chest, and upon opening it, I find a Knockback 2 diamond sword. Normally, a diamond sword is perfect for a speedrun, since you can crit a blaze twice to deal 10 hearts faster than any axe could. But with the Knockback 2 enchantment, I would run the risk of hitting the blazes off of the spawning platform. So do I go with option A, kill the blazes with my iron axe, or option B, use the Knockback sword? I'd argue using the axe is the smart play, since you don't run nearly the same risk you have using the sword. While the sword has the upside of killing them faster, if I'm not careful, things can get out of hand quickly and I'll lose a ton of time. So what option did I choose? As I approached the blaze spawner, I swapped to the Knockback sword. Since I only had 1 TNT and a low string count, I could only blow up half of the spawner. This actually acts as a backboard of sorts at times and keeps the blazes close by. In the end, I don't lose any blazes to the sword, but I'll only consider this a half win since it probably wasn't the wisest move. You know, not all decisions have a true right or wrong answer. Sometimes taking the harder path works out, sometimes the smarter play doesn't pay off, and sometimes the smart play is the hard play. Never stop trying to learn from your mistakes, and always keep pushing forward. If you enjoyed this video, check out this one. It's about simple tips you need to be doing starting today. You'll like it. Probably. Peace!